What is up, YouTube? It has been a few weeks since I've put up a new video to give you some new content. Sorry about that, but the lawn has been a little bit frosty, so there hasn't been much going on outside. However, I did want to give some updates of what I've been doing with the channel and things that I have been kind of putting in the works here in the past few weeks. So, let's get to it. The first thing I want to talk about is, so last night, if you did not see it, I was on a live stream with Matt Martin, aka The Grass Factor. I was a guest speaker on there, one of the, I guess, the few DIY guys that have been on his channel. He typically talks with the pros on his live stream, but I was on there and was able to give a little bit of input. So very cool. So if you have not seen it, I don't have it on my channel yet. I'm going to see if what I can do to try to get that video onto my channel as well. But I will give the link up here, so that way you can be linked over to that live stream that was last night. So, in the past couple weeks, since I have not been able to go outside, what have I been doing? So you can kind of see a little bit of a purple glow over here to my right. I ordered a grow light off Amazon for, it was, I don't know, 30-40 bucks, something like that. And I ordered because I thought it was really cool. Pete Denny had some in one of his videos, and I thought, yeah, that's pretty cool. I want some. So I ordered a 3-pack of the colossal elephant ears. I believe the technical name was Colocasia eloquentes. I think I'm saying that right. If not, that's what I'm going with anyway. So it came in a 3-pack of bulbs, and so I've been putting the grow light on that, trying to get those things to grow inside. That way when springtime comes, I can kind of take maybe the whole pot out, put it out in my side flower bed, and I'd already have some elephant ears growing, and I don't have to wait for those to grow up in the early spring. So these particular elephant ears, the specifications on it said that you would have leaves in 4 to 8 days. I don't know, maybe it's because of the grow light that I'm using, or just being more of a light directly on it. It says it likes partial shade, but it was closer to 11 days before I got a leaf off the first bud, or sorry, the first bulb. I just got another leaf off of the second bulb. The third one is kind of a weird formed bulb. Almost looks like kind of like Mickey Mouse ears, but a bulb. So I've got kind of 2 parts of a bulb here and another one underneath. And it's weird because you're not supposed to completely cover up the bud so the leaf can come out. But there's 2 buds on top of what would be the head of the Mickey Mouse ear, and then another bud on top of one of the ears. So trying to cover the bulb up and not cover up the bud is a little bit difficult on that one. So it's not exactly growing very well. Doesn't look like it's dead, but it's not growing very well. So we'll in here in a second, I'll use my other camera and kind of get a closer look at what I got going on over there. But the second thing that I got was and it's actually something my wife had wanted for quite some time, is a banana plant. The particular species I got is called a Jassboo Banana Plant. The one I got, it was supposedly, I'm kind of questioning it, it said it was Ohio grown, and so it's supposed to be a little bit hardier and handle the colder weather up here in Ohio, so you shouldn't have to bring the plant inside every year. It says that it can handle temperatures up to -20 as long as you have a little bit of mulch around the base of the trunk. We'll see how that goes, I guess, coming next winter. But I did get that. I have that sitting over here as well. I've been watering that. It's actually taking off pretty good. But it is the reason I say I'm curious about whether or not it was Ohio grown is because when I ordered it, it shipped from California. So the plant's only maybe 8 inches tall. So I guess it was a little seedling when it was taken from Ohio, shipped to California, and then from California shipped back to Ohio. I don't know. But like I said, we'll see. So let's take a look over at these plants and see what we got. All right, so here's my kind of piecemeal setup that I got going on in my office. So here's my grow light. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick this up, but so there are red and blue lights in there. So you kind of see them cross-hatched through here. And across is the blue, the rest of it is the red. And here's my plants that I have going on. So here is the Jassboo Banana Plant. It is growing pretty well. This leaf actually was all curled up. This is a newer leaf. Just opened up about a day or two ago. So it's coming along pretty good. And down in here, let's see if I can get in here a little bit closer. Got this little guy down in here. So I got another little leaf starting to sprout up there. So this guy, I was actually asking Matt about the banana plants. He said he had a little bit of experience dealing with them. He said don't be afraid to water them. So I've been watering this guy twice a day. Then we have the elephant ears down here. So this is the first one that sprouted up after about day 11. You got the leaf coming in there. So that's looking pretty good. We've got another one where this leaf is just getting ready to pop up there. Like I said, this is just over 2 weeks. You know what? Let's do this. I know everything looks brown and purplish, so there we go. Now things are green. So there we go. So there's our first leaf coming in here. We got the second one coming up. Then we have this real goofy looking setup. Trying to find it on my phone. So here we've got the two buds, and as I was stating, there was kind of like a Mickey Mouse head thing going on. So these were the top of the head. Here's one of the ears. You got a little bud here. There is another part of the bulb and here somewhere, and I didn't really see a bud on there. But so I keep trying to move these around, try to cover up the actual bulb. You can kind of see some of the bulb here. So that's what they look like. And so I'm trying to kind of keep them covered up, but not cover up the bud itself, so they get the light and we can try to get something growing there. So that's kind of what I got going on, at least some inside growing. And so far this grow light appears to be doing okay. I'm going to plug my light back in. There we go. So I think at least the banana plant really likes it. Like I said, the elephant ears, maybe because it's more of, I guess, be considered a direct sun. I don't turn this light off at all. So maybe that's why they're a little bit slower growing, but they're growing nonetheless. I've gone through and I've put a little bit of sea kelp humic acid in there so I can give it a little bit of some micronutrients. I do need to try to get some potassium and get in there. Apparently both of these plants like a good amount of potassium, so maybe I'll find like a really small bag of maybe like a 10-10-10 fertilizer, sprinkle a tiny bit of that in there, and see if we can get a little bit more growth going. Hopefully these elephant ears, because these guys get really big, supposedly really quick, I hopefully will not end up with a jungle in my office. Alright, so as you can see, they're growing pretty well. I'll give a couple links to what I actually purchased through Amazon. So if anyone's interested in those, that'd be what I had ordered. One other thing I will say about the banana plant, the way it was shipped from California. So I always wondered, how do you ship live plants across country? I guess now I know. They put a bunch of tape over the top of the pot to keep the soil from falling out. That makes sense. And they put it in a plastic bag, and it was fairly damp in there, so it kind of had a little bit of a terrarium effect. So a little bit of water kind of kept circulating in there. Again, that makes sense. But they put it in styrofoam peanuts, and there wasn't much when they put it on the side. It was a long box, about this long. Banana plant was on its side, and they had it sitting in there on top of the styrofoam peanuts, but there really wasn't much supporting the stalk of that banana plant, so it was kind of leaning down and pushed down a little bit. So I was kind of worried about that when I first got it, because I wasn't sure if it was going to, ultimately it might have damaged the trunk or anything, the way it was really twisted down. I didn't like it. But as you see, it appears to be okay. So maybe I was just more worried about it than, what I should be, and they're maybe a little bit more resilient at that stage. I don't know. If you didn't see Pete Denny's sales on his Strom backpack sprayers and the booms, that ended on December 6th. I did order a Strom backpack sprayer plus his boom. So that is going to give me an 8-foot wide spray when I go to spray the yard, so I can finally do some broadcast sprays next year. So that is awesome. So that gives me more of an opportunity to be able to do broadcast sprays of any herbicides. If I want to put down some ammonium sulfate, I can actually put that down a little bit better instead of using a 2-gallon hand can. If you've never put down herbicides or any sort of broadcast sprays across 15,000 square foot with a 2-gallon hand can, just don't. It's horrible, trust me. That's why I don't really ever do broadcast sprays, and I've always done granular. So I'll be able to change that next year. So I'm very excited about that. So that does it for this week. Again, a huge, huge thank you to Matt Martin, the Grass Factor, for having me on his live stream on Sunday night. That was a ton of fun. As always, he's always blowing my mind with the amount of knowledge. He started rattling off some chemicals last night. The prodiamine just mixing with this, that, and the other, all these different kickers and everything to mix with it. I can't even pronounce half the words that he was saying last night. So, again, thank you, Matt. Ton of fun. And for all those who managed to come across my channel via the Grass Factor's live stream, welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Those who are coming across my channel now or this video and have not subscribed, please hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the little bell to get a ringy dingy when I put up a new video. And I'll see you in the next video.